Icky, Rickie, Toilet Paper Mummy, Chapter 3. The soup-covered 3D sleepover on the ceiling, featuring cheese in a can and no barfing. No 3D glasses needed. Rickie, his mom cried as she walked into his bedroom. Why are you guys sleeping on the ceiling? Because we ate too much junk food, said Rickie. That makes no sense, said his mom. Sure it does, said Rickie. Let me explain. Last night, when Gus and Stu came over for our sleepover, the first thing we did was get out all the food we had. We had chips, pickles, candy bars, peanut butter, ketchup, juice, popcorn, pizza, and cheese in a can. This was a great way to start a sleepover. We started watching monster movies. First, we saw a vampire movie. Then we put ketchup in our mouths, and when the vampires bit people, we let it dribble out. A monster movie came on about a big spider that spun giant webs and trapped all these people. It was pretty lame, so we decided it would be better in 3D. I hid behind the TV while Gus and Stu watched. Every time the spider made his web, I shot the cheese in a can at Gus and Stu. It was great, and it made the movie awesome. At first, Gus and Stu dodged the spray, but then they tried to see if they could catch it in their mouths. That movie ended and a space movie came on. We made that 3D too. Every time someone shot a laser, I sprayed the cheese again. These were asteroids in this movie. We used popcorn to make that part 3D. We chucked it all over the place when the asteroids were shooting through space. We noticed that the popcorn stuck anywhere there was a cheese in a can cheese, even to our shirts. Then we started throwing popcorn at each other, and the person with the most popcorn on his shirt was the loser. So we tried to eat the popcorn when no one was looking. But we didn't have any more cheese in a can, so we covered our shirts with peanut butter and tossed more popcorn at each other. We ran out of popcorn, so we decided to see if the pickles would stick to our shirts. I chucked one at Stu, and plop, it fell on the floor. They were too heavy, so we ate a few and had pickle Olympics. We did the pickle toss, pickle soccer, pickle hacky sack, and then freestyle pickle gymnastics. That was the easiest. All you had to do was move your body all crazy and stuff while holding a pickle in your mouth. We kept eating the chips and the candy bars and any popcorn we could find. The peanut butter covered popcorn was better than the cheese in a can covered popcorn. But we all started feeling like we were going to barf. We had eaten too much junk food. I really felt like barf was coming up my throat. Stu said to my brain wouldn't let me barf on my favorite toy, so he held it in front of my face. And you know what? I didn't barf. It was like magic. We needed to feel better, so I said we should eat something healthy, like soup. We snuck down to the kitchen to make soup. None of us had ever made soup, so we just started grabbing things that might be in soup and put them in a bowl. We found an onion, a carrot, some beans, some broccoli, and a mango. We looked for a potato but couldn't find one, so we used frozen French fries. Soup should have some meat, so we put in a fish stick. I found my bike helmet in the freezer. I put it back in there so it could stay cool the next time I went biking. We tried stirring all the soup stuff in the bowl, but it wasn't getting soupy. Gus said we should mash it up, so we put it in a plastic bag and whacked it with spoons. We were making too much noise, so we went back to my room. We kept trying to mash the stuff up, but it still wasn't soupy. We poured in the leftover pickle juice to make it soupier, and we put the bag between some books and smushed it. We put it under my mattress and rolled on it. Finally, Stu stood on it, and that worked a little. Then I had my best idea of the night. I put the bag on the floor and climbed up on my dresser. I jumped as high as I could and came down hard on the soup bag. It exploded. The soup gunk shot all over Gus, all over Stu, and all over the wall and the floor. It was awesome. We tasted the soup, but it wasn't very good. We were all pretty tired by then. So we got out our sleeping bags, but the floor was so totally covered with soup gunk and popcorn and pickles and ketchup and cheese that there was nowhere to put them. I was trying to think where else could we sleep. Maybe in the basement, maybe outside, maybe in the attic. Then I had the perfect idea. What about the ceiling? We covered our sleeping bags with lots of peanut butter, tons of ketchup and anything else sticky we could find. We tossed the sleeping bags up to the ceiling and they stuck. Then we climbed onto my desk, across my dresser, and into the bags. Right before we fell asleep, we started to make a list of all the foods that should come in a can, like tacos in a can, and pizza in a can, pickles in a can, toast in a can, and homework cheese in a can. And then we fell asleep. That's why we are sleeping on the ceiling. Oh, okay, said Mom. Come on down and I'll make some breakfast. That's okay, said Rickie. We thought of that last night and stuck the pizza to the ceiling, too. Cleaning your room. There's nothing like breakfast in bed. Cleaning your room is a big drag and eats up valuable kid time. That's why I keep my room organized alphabetically. A items such as airplane parts, art supplies, and antique sandwiches go all over. B items such as baseball gloves, balloons, and baboon costumes go beneath everything else. C items such as clothes, cookies, and collectibles get stuffed in the closet. And D items such as dinosaur toys, dishes, and dirty socks are dumped in drawers. Get it? Let this handy dandy tip keep you organized so you have time to play with your friends, explore the bottom of a pond, and send pizza to your pen pal in Japan. That's it for now.